West Coast had won 18 straight home games since losing to Sydney early last year. Captain Dean Cox indicated he would spend more time forward because of Josh Hill's injury and Quinton Lynch's suspension. The Eagles recalled defender Adam Selwood along with Mitch Brown following Luke Shuey's suspension. The Swans had won 5 on the trot against the Eagles and had Martin Matner back after he was a late withdrawal against Brisbane last round. Third gamer Murray Newman did the sound check from the crowd when he opened the scoring.
And he wobbles one and it got the bounce. It was the bounce he was after.
Brad Shepherd knocked in the Eagles' second major 3 minutes later, and after Lewis Roberts-Thompson arrived too late, Scott Selwood converted the 50-metre piggyback ride.
They're doing all they have to do very, very well, West Coast.
32 goals this season, Lewis Jetta launched the Swans scoring.
And the Swans have been kick-started through Jetta.
Sydney almost wiped the deficit midway through the term after Ben McGlynn roved well to score, followed by last week's 6-goal star Sam Reid.
But he's on the board here. This has been a very smart return for the Swans.
Shane Mumford's tap work set it up for Jared McVeigh to give Sydney the lead before Jack Darling regained it for West Coast with his 29th major of the season.
He's put the Eagles back in front.
Reid put the Swans in front right on quarter time. Then from a turnover in the Eagles' territory, Jetta bounded clear.
Back for that Jetta for his second. How easy was that?
Sydney took charge of the second term. Lewis Roberts-Thompson booted through the Swans' 7th before Adam Goods found another way to beat his man.
They both go down. Goods first to his feet, can scamper to goal. He's going to go on a line as a soccer player, and he does. He scores.
Starved of possession, Cox ended the Swans' 4-goal spurt.
And Cox goes with that and gets an Eagles goal.
Darling stretched well to contract the margin to 8 points. Mumford never lost concentration when Schofield came to spoil, while Chris Marston hit his straps to shrink the gap to a point.
A bounce, time to steady with a second and a third. Has he taken one too many? No, he hasn't. He makes sure of it.
Spectacular, but no reward for Nick Natanui.
Tap out of the year.
As Sydney found another gear late in the term.
A bounce, a goal, the Swans have steadied.
Just before the long break, Jacob Brennan collided with Roberts-Thompson. At half-time, Sydney 10-4-64, West Coast 7-7-49. Roberts-Thompson was taken to hospital for x-rays as Andres Everett inflated the margin early in the third quarter.
Great news for Everett, who's kicked important goals on this ground before.
Natanui knocked one in he couldn't miss. Craig Bird scooped a score and restored a 22-point buffer.
Oh, Bird! That is an astonishing kick.
Jetta guided the Swans to a 5-goal lead.
And confidence is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Eric McKenzie caught Alex Johnson unawares on the boundary line. Darling crashed into the upright and missed the final quarter, while Marston gave the Eagles a positive sign.
Marston's show of strength was sure, and Marston did it. Did what he had to do, kicks the goal. There's hope for West Coast.
The Swans squashed hopes of a concerted fight back from West Coast, first with Jude Bolton's major, followed by Josh Kennedy.
Hungering for another shot at goal, and he'll be well satisfied with the result.
The Swans take top spot on the ladder on percentages after round 16.
Ambitious handball to Jetta. He's kicked 3. Now he has kicked 4.
Full-time Sydney 18-13 121, West Coast 10-9 69. Charles Christian, Big Pond Sport.